Alright, so we are continuing with functions. We are not done yet. We need to talk about return values. What are those? Well, our beautiful template here, having a define a function, it takes some argument or parameter, and it does something, and then we have our main. Okay. Sometimes we would like to send data from main to the function. We want the function to do something and then return a result back to my main. What could this be? Could be anything. I could create a very simple function here that maybe it will just multiply the number I pass by 7. So I would say, hey, argument is equal to argument times 7 plus 100. I could do an entire mathematical operation here and just say return argument. Now in my main, I have called func with number, let's say 6. And I assign it to a variable here. So what's going to happen? This function right here will jump all the way. It will pass 6. So this is 6. Now we are saying this argument that you have passed will get updated and it will equal to the value itself, which is 6 times 7 plus 100. And then the final result will be returned here. Now this result will go back to main and it will be stored in this x. So x will equal to whatever value that argument, that returning argument has. Okay? Let me give you a simpler example. Let's say that I have a function called power of 2. Okay? And I pass it a number here. And it will just say return number times number. It will only do this. Okay? Now in my main, all I need to say is y, let's say, is equal to power 2, 7. So let's track it one more time. 7 will be up here. It will be passed here. And we are returning, what is number here? It's here and here. So this will be 7 times 7. So the result is 49. I'm returning 49 here. Okay. So where am I returning this? Back to the main. And exactly to the variable that is supposed to hold the result of this function. So this whole function now will be replaced by 49, which will be the value of y. Okay? So a return is simply a very simple number or a list or an object that will be returned from my function to my main. Let's write a small program for this. Let us define a function and see how return works in action. Let's get to it. First, let's have a define, and I want a function that returns, and I have a function that you pass to it a number and it returns power 2 of this number. Okay, so I'm going to just call it power 2, and here I will be taking a number. The easy way to do that is just by saying return number times number, right? Now, see this return? I'm going to show you now how we can save this return in the main. Now this is my function. Now this is my main, right? Everything in function will be under the function with a block indent like that. So if I have more code to write, I just write it all with the same block indent, that is this space right here. Okay? The moment I just go away from this space and I am on the beginning of the line, I am in my main. So right now, I'm just going to say result is equal to power 2, and let us pass a number. Let's say 5. Okay. Now, if I just print result, I got 25. So what happens is, this power is called, we are here and we are passing a number to it, which is num. So this 5 is actually this num. Now we have num times num. What is num? It's 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. And we are returning it and exiting this function. So instead of this whole function right here, we will get the return value. Okay, so right now, the return value is here and it will be assigned to result. Okay, so result will be 25. There is also another case where I can return multiple values. So let's say I want to return 2 values. First one is the power 2 and it equals to num times num. Okay. And then maybe I want to return something like the division of these two numbers. So maybe num divided by num. So all I need to do is just, in return, I would say return bw2 and return diff. Okay, so the calculations are done here. Now I'm returning the result variables. Now in this case, I need only to pass one number, that's correct. But returning will not be okay if we have only one variable, because we have 2 variables to be returned. Now if I try to just run this, what I would get is the result being packed with 2 values. Alright? A better way to do that is to actually have 2 variables. So maybe bw2 and div. Alright? So right now, if I say here bw2 is, and I just say bw2, same here, div is, and div is equal to that. Now if I run this, you would see that bw2 got the right result and div got the right result, right? Because 5 over 5 is 1 and 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, so you need to watch out when you are returning 2 variables. You need to prepare 2 variables to catch it after the function is executed and is returning. Okay, you can have multiple values to be returned using Python, and that's really a powerful trait that Python have, and most other programming languages don't have this feature. Okay,